To have that connection brings a certain fire inside of you. It feels real.
If that's not joy, I don't know what is.
I've always been grateful for every opportunity.
There's a lot of people that want to simplify their lives, but don't really know how to do that.
There's a beauty to flexibility and a simplicity.
Throughout the world, there are people who have created lives of deep meaning and happiness by connecting with nature and the processes of simplification. Come with me on a journey and let's find out how they've done it.
When I moved out to Los Angeles after college, I had a lot of opportunity. I worked for a company out there for a year and then quit and started up my own branding studio, which it did really, really well. And I was making way more money than I thought I would be making at that point in my life and lived that work hard, play hard lifestyle. You know, if I was playing an arcade game, the score that I was watching was my bank account. That was how I knew I was doing better than yesterday. And had always wanted to travel, but there was always more important things. Running businesses and having those types of responsibilities. And I thought I would make $1 million basically, and then I'd stop and I'd go travel. But all of my mentors didn't stop. And I realized that I wasn't going to get any of this time back. So if I was going to travel, I should probably start now. Figure out how to make that work for my lifestyle. My girlfriend and I at the time had a conversation and realized that we were both not pursuing these things that we wanted to do, me with my traveling, she with her stage performing. And so 4 months later, we would have a breakup party and celebrate a relationship that was wonderful and then go our separate ways, and that maybe I could focus on this other thing and recalibrate towards something that I thought would make me happier rather than just wealthier. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anybody who wanted to pay me to just travel, so I had to kind of invent a way of making that work for myself. I write books, and then I sell those books online and in bookstores all over the place, and co-founded this publishing company. Now we're publishing a bunch of other authors, and then I use the money for that to travel. If I could write from anywhere, why not write from Romania? Why not write from the road, from a train, from a bus? Initially I went to Argentina, and then I spent some time traveling around South America and New Zealand. After New Zealand, did my first road trip around the US, and then Iceland, Thailand, India, and most recently I lived in Czech Republic. Typically I'll move to a new country after my readers have voted on it, and I'll stay there for 4 months, and I'll rent an apartment or a flat or a house and do my best to live like a local. And then I hermit for a while. I'll sit and, like a scrivener, sit and type at my computer and sit in front of the fireplace and while away and disappear for a while. Most of my efforts and most of what I do for my business and for my blog and my brand is all about just me getting to be myself for the first time in my life and just totally geeking out all over the internet and then drawing in the types of people who like that and who geek out in the same way. One of the most common questions that I get asked actually is, doesn't it suck to say goodbye so often? But the thing is, like, we live in the future, so there's no more goodbye, there's only see you later, and we can stay in touch from around the world. The fact that I'm able to, and have been able to over the last 6 years, strip away the excess and not have to worry about a bunch of things that I was worrying about before. For me, I was able to keep only what would fit in my carry-on luggage. That's incredibly liberating and makes my life very, very simple. And you're able to focus with such intensity on the things that are really vital. There's a lot of goals that we have that aren't our goals necessarily. They're goals that are very cleverly given to us by people like branders and marketers. These other things that you're told you're supposed to want, that big screen television or the massive SUV or whatever, think about whether you actually want them. And if not, take that money and spend it on the things that actually matter instead. For me, minimalism, the definition is being able to spend more of your time, energy, and resources on the things that are important. For me, it's incredibly simple because everything in my life is centered around my work and the travel, getting to learn new things, meet new people, have new experiences all the time. Like every week of my life now, I'm learning as much about myself and about the world and seeing as much and trying as many new things as I would do in a year before. And it kind of tickles the brain and brings out things that you didn't even know were there.